Imagine waking up every morning, the alarm blaring, and the weight of the world pressing down on your chest. You drag yourself out of bed, shuffle through the same routine, and head to a job that feels less like a career and more like a cage. Welcome to the modern workplace, where the chains aren't made of metal, but of expectations, routines, and a never-ending grind. Today we're diving deep into the unsettling truth about modern slavery, how your 9 to 5 might just be a prison of your own making. This isn't just a topic for the overworked, it's a call to everyone who has ever felt trapped by the expectations of society, the pressure to conform, and the relentless pursuit of success. Together, we will explore the emotional, psychological, and societal impacts of our work culture and what we can do to reclaim our freedom. We often celebrate the freedom of choice in our careers, yet how free are we really? The corporate world sells us a dream, a steady paycheck, benefits, and the promise of upward mobility. But what they don't tell you is that this dream can quickly become a nightmare. The 9 to 5 grind becomes a cycle of monotony where passion is stifled, creativity is crushed, and individual worth is measured in productivity. Consider this. How many hours do you spend staring at a screen, your mind wandering to places you'd rather be? The bright lights of the office, the buzzing sound of phones, and the relentless ticking of the clock become the backdrop to your life. This isn't just about a job, it's about a life unfulfilled, dreams deferred, and aspirations buried under deadlines. As we dive deeper, let's examine the psychological aspect of this phenomenon. Many of us find ourselves caught in a cycle of anxiety and depression, fueled by unrealistic expectations and a culture that glorifies overwork. We've been conditioned to believe that a cubicle is a stepping stone to success, yet for many, it's a gilded cage, restricting movement and stifling growth. We conform to the corporate culture, wearing our masks, putting on our smiles, and adopting the company language. We nod along in meetings, even when we disagree, because we fear the consequences of speaking our minds. In doing so, we often lose sight of who we are. Your worth becomes tied to your role, your salary, and your performance. But what happens when the performance dips? The stress mounts, the anxiety creeps in, and suddenly, you're not just working for a paycheck, you're working for your sanity. This cycle breeds an environment where mental health takes a back seat. The pressure to perform, to fit in, and to excel can feel like a noose tightening around your neck. We trade our authenticity for acceptance, and in doing so, we become slaves to the system we thought we had chosen. Let's take a moment to hear from some individuals who have experienced this firsthand. Their stories are not just anecdotes, they are reflections of a larger societal issue that many of us face. But here's the twist. We have the power to break free. Yes, it's terrifying to think about stepping outside the lines we've been taught to color within. But what if we dared to redefine success on our own terms? What if we prioritized passion over paychecks and fulfillment over conformity? Let's talk about the side hustles, the creative outlets, and the passions we've pushed aside in the name of stability. These aren't just hobbies, they're pathways to liberation. They're the keys that can unlock the cages we find ourselves trapped in. Imagine waking up excited about your day, fueled by purpose rather than obligation. Consider the stories of those who have taken the leap. Entrepreneurs who left their 9 to 5 jobs to pursue their passions. Artists who embraced their creativity. And individuals who chose to live life on their own terms. Their journeys are filled with challenges, but they also illuminate the beauty of reclaiming one's life. It's time to challenge the status quo, The corporate world isn't going to change overnight, but we can. We can advocate for flexible hours, mental health days, and a culture that celebrates individuality rather than suppresses it. Let's start conversations that matter and create workplaces that empower rather than enslave. This isn't just about individual freedom, it's about collective liberation. When one of us breaks free, we inspire others to do the same. Imagine a world where workplaces prioritize well-being over profits, where employees are seen as individuals rather than cogs in a machine. This isn't just a dream, it's a possibility. To foster this change, we need to be proactive. We can initiate wellness programs, promote open discussions about mental health, and encourage leadership to embrace transparency. This isn't just a nice-to-have, it's essential for cultivating a thriving workplace culture. Let's delve deeper into the emotional and psychological impacts of our work culture. It's not just about the hours we put in, it's about the toll it takes on our souls. Many of us experience burnout, a state of emotional, physical, and mental exhaustion caused by prolonged stress. It manifests itself in various ways: physical ailments, fatigue, irritability, and even a sense of hopelessness. Burnout doesn't just affect individuals, it seeps into teams and organizations, creating a toxic environment where creativity and collaboration go to die. Research shows that workplaces that prioritize mental well-being see increased productivity, creativity, and employee satisfaction. The numbers don't lie. Investing in mental health is not just a moral imperative, it's a business strategy. In our quest for efficiency, technology has become both our ally and our enemy. On one hand, it allows us to work remotely, connect with colleagues across the globe, and streamline processes. On the other hand, it blurs the lines between work and personal life, making it increasingly difficult to disconnect. How many times have you checked your emails late at night or felt compelled to respond to messages during your downtime? This constant connectivity creates an environment of perpetual urgency, where the expectation to be available at all times becomes the norm. We must learn to set boundaries, to reclaim our personal time, and to recognize that our worth is not tied to our availability. For meaningful change to happen, we need a cultural shift. It starts with leaders who prioritize employee well-being over profits. They must understand that happy employees lead to satisfied customers and ultimately a more profitable business. This shift isn't just about making policies, it's about fostering a culture of trust, respect, and collaboration. Companies must implement practices that support mental health and well-being. This includes flexible work schedules, wellness programs, and opportunities for personal development. Employees should feel safe to voice their concerns and share their ideas without fear of judgment or retaliation. Now, let's pivot back to you, the individual. If you find yourself feeling trapped, it's essential to take a step back and assess your situation. What do you truly want? What brings you joy? Finding your path requires introspection and courage. Start small. Consider dedicating time to a passion project, exploring freelance opportunities, or even volunteering in your community. These experiences can reignite your passion and remind you of the joy that comes from pursuing what you love. Building a supportive community is key to navigating this journey. Surround yourself with like-minded individuals who encourage you to pursue your dreams. Join networking groups, attend workshops, and engage in conversations that inspire you. These connections can provide invaluable support, motivation, and resources as you embark on your journey to reclaim your freedom. Remember, you're not alone in this struggle. There are countless others who share your desire for change. As we wrap up, I want you to reflect on your own situation. Are you living in a cage of your own making, or are you pursuing the life you truly desire? Remember, the chains that bind you might be invisible, but they're just as real. It's time to start breaking free, to reclaim your life, and to challenge the structures that limit us. The journey to liberation is not an easy one, but it's worth it. It requires courage, resilience, and a willingness to step into the unknown. If this message resonates with you, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Join our community as we explore more about breaking free from the chains of modern life. Together, we can create a movement that prioritizes fulfillment, authenticity, and true freedom. Your journey starts now. Let's take that first step together.